What's up, guys? How's it going? Today we're gonna go over how to draw a skull and rose kind of thing. One of those like a la tattoos. We're gonna do them without the jaw though right now. Maybe one we'll do them with the jaw later, but for now I'm gonna do them without the jaw. Very tattoo-esque. And I'm gonna do it in a fountain pen, actually. So this one's gonna be very actually, I'm not gonna do it in a fountain pen. I'm gonna change it right in front of you guys. I'm gonna do it in a pencil, but more of a kind of a charcoal pencil. So not charcoal, but it's a Prismacolor pencil. More like a colored pencil. All right, I'm gonna throw down the center line. See, I wanted this to be a rose. If you can see this. Oops, let me move it to the center. I put a circle here. I want that to be a rose, this to be a rose, and I want a rose kind of behind him, so like he's in the scene. And I wanted the skull to be right here. You're gonna see only the upper half probably. Eye line. And then I'm gonna go through and do this maybe a little scroll over here. So let's go into the eye. I'm gonna immediately go in and try to find the orbital bone. And I'm gonna do it with the side of the pencil. If you want to know what I'm doing right now, watch my how to shade skulls video before this, and it'll make more sense. I'll link it over here. But that video explains what I'm doing right now with the edges and the skull. The edges with the what I'm doing right now, why I'm using the side and all that. All right. That's the eye socket right there. Going in there, and I'm putting down the other eye socket. Nasal orbital, nasal bone, nasal socket there. Kind of tooth cylinder. The teeth over here, just the upper row, because that's all I'm going to show. So I'm checking Facebook also. Over here, upper part of the skull here, finding that. So I'm tracing out kind of like where I want it to be, and a lot of the work's done, at least for that portion. You kind of know where it's going to be. You don't have to guess where you're going to start shading or any of that. Let's go down to this little scroll over here, a la you see on tattoos all the time. It's really a folded piece of paper or cowhide or something. And basically the way I do that one is I pull a straight line any way I want, right? I go down, pull that down, and try to follow that same line. Maybe giving it a little bit more girth over here on this side. I pull that line downward. It has to be the same as this though, remember that. In the same direction, perspective. Over here, same thing. Maybe it's shorter. Pulling this in the back there down as well. So you're pulling those lines well. And you can have it come out the other side over here. Maybe I can have it. Let me see if that would work. Yeah, it might work. Coming out. But I want it to be similar in perspective, you know. I don't want it to be all weird, so I want it to pull back in that same motion. Pull the line downward. Pulling the line downward. Maybe even giving it a little indentation over there. Alrighty. And now I'm going to go into the rows. I might have a tutorial on just roses on another channel. But for now, I think you're cool, you know, just kind of guesstimating it. A rose really is, remember, layer over layer over layer over layer popping out. I usually think of it in a circular shape. And it's almost like, I can almost think of it as a swirl like that. And it's one layer popping open with another layer within it. So honestly, like right now, I'm just going to kind of freestyle what I think. And it could look good enough because I know it's one wrapping over the other. Like several large petals wrapping over other large petals. I'm doing it kind of in line first before I go into it with the other stuff. Before going with shadow, you know, shadow lines. A leaf over here. Another leaf. Another leaf over here. Alright. Now, with all these layers, it's kind of hard. I'm going to have to figure out what, you know, if I want to shade it in. I'm going to go in there, and it's going to be a little difficult. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, because you have so many different layers, like I said, wrapping onto each other, and the light hitting them is gonna fall in a strange way. So I'm going to time lapse this, and I will see you at the end of the time lapse. Okay, I got a general idea down. Now I'm going to go into the actual drawing and start shading in some of the darker shapes as well on the skull itself. Alright, so anyways, I went in there and I shaded the skull a little bit. I started darkening certain parts of it. A big thing to remember would be try to darken parts toward the bottom, because you're thinking of the whole picture as having gravity, so that there's some darker stuff down here, and it kind of holds it down. I don't know how to explain that any other way. But definitely, when you're looking at this, usually light sources come from the top, so you're going from dark to light. I'm going to go into this rose now, and I'm going to shade this out as best as I can. And I don't know if I'm going to do all the roses. I might just do one. I'm not sure yet. Shading this piece of paper. A lot of just a gradation. Shading it back here. Whatever's on the inside, trying to separate this from that. Shading with the form. Cast shadow from the rose. Back here also. Putting one side into the dark. Now I'm going to shade over the whole thing, because I want there to be a value to the actual rose. The roses have this kind of red value. So because of that, after I'm done shading it, I'm going to, like I said, put a light value over the whole thing. And I would actually go into this rose in the same fashion that I went into that one. This rose, I would still want to straighten out. There's just things about it I don't like. But, you know, for the picture, it works well enough. especially for a demo. And I might leave it like that. I'm going to time lapse one more time, do a little bit of work on it, and then I'll come back and just kind of give you guys an exiting comments. So here I go. Anyways, guys, that's good enough for the demo right now. It's taking me a little long. I would complete it 100%, but right now it's about, I don't know, maybe 80, maybe 70% finished. If you guys want to see the complete 100% done one, I'm probably going to do it later on and finish it. And I'll put it on the Facebook page of the Skull Drawings Facebook page. So check that out. Hopefully I'll link that in the side, or I'll link it in the description somewhere. Check out the Facebook us, like us, subscribe by the way if you haven't. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos in the soon to come. So all right, see you later.